Manu's green red deck. He got 14th with it last in the February season. The competitive season for the top 8 slots. He mostly played this. I think he said he had like a 70% win percentage. Um, but I used the deck myself this season to get Mythic. Like it's got some obvious flaws in it, but it's just pretty fun, which is why I want to play it. And it's like not super weak. It's kind of like medium versus Sultai, medium versus Esper, but most of these aggro decks are. But we jam. Really, really just want to get paired versus the mono whites, the mono blues, and the red deck wins of the world. Um, Also, the Niv Mizzet, like the Teamer Reclamation decks are pretty good, though the blue-green Reclamation decks are pretty bad. I didn't have to worry about that, though, on Arena, because I played best of one mostly, just because I wanted to see how much longer it took from best of one to best of three. Spoiler, it felt like it took a lot longer. It took me 101 matches, so not a big fan of the best of one, comparatively speaking. But yeah, I do like it. What's up, George? You will note that it is the old 11 untapped green sources, 8 uh, 1 mana green spell deck, which is, clearly not enough mana. But it actually getting those cards on turn 2 is generally okay. Oh god, what did JJ grace us with? Let's click the mute button quickly. Mono green control. Oh, this was Corbin, I think. Interesting. I wonder if like I see in his round 1 match 1 over here that there's a Utopia Sprawl in his hand. I'm curious if that's why Utopia Sprawls went back up. Anyway, let's snap this off. I guess we're gonna hope we're not playing versus a Goblin Chain Whirler. Or anything with a sweeper with this type of hand. Opponent mulligan to 5. So what have both of you been into? Mono green control? No, we dead, fam. Unless we can draw something to pump Pelt Collector. You know, I'm just gonna slam them. Just gotta have faith. Well, you two, the two people talking. We're gonna draw something for them. Don't worry. They don't have a chain whirler anyway. Nope, no chance to have a chain whirler. We're good. No problems. No problems at all. We Gucci. Goodbye, Pelt Collector. You'll be missed. Oh, I want the 1-1 counter. That puts them on the opposite order in here. It usually has the 1-1 counter on this side in Arena. Nice, man. Good luck with your job. Ooh, they're playing the black build. That's a little different. Well, they actually shocked, too. What in the world's in their hand? Huh. Well then. I think we're in a prime spot to be able to race. Well, Modern Dredge is definitely more difficult, I think, than Vintage Dredge. I'll take both of these this turn. That sucks about the Legacy event. Where was it at? Oh, hands you so many wins, as in you keep beating it? Sean's having Modern this week, but I know you said you wasn't into Modern. Page 3's having Draft. I don't think I've actually ever played versus Drakes with this deck. I only have 2 collisions in my deck, so I bet Drakes could actually be kind of difficult. Wop. Let's do this. I agree 100% with, oh, I clicked the wrong one. Screw you, screw you, screw you, video game. That's my fault. On Arena, it has the choices on the other direction. Like I just said a second ago when I played the first one, yet I still messed up the second one. Oh, you don't play Drakes Online anymore. That's fair. I'm not playing Drakes Online. Wouldn't mind one more shock in this deck. The thing about dredge decks are always easy to play when your opponent's not interacting with you. They get more difficult to play when you have to figure out what hate spells to play around and how to play around them, when to mulligan as opposed and sideboarding, where the mulligan decision's a little more obvious in Vintage, of course, because you basically play till Baghdad in Vintage, whereas in Modern, you have a lot more choices when it comes to that, I think. I used to sideboard out Harpooner out and just bring in 3 Cinder Vines, but I don't know if that's right. Yeah, I'm not the red green deck is a little dicey. Like I don't think it's a tier 1 deck or anything. I think it's just fun. Which is why I use it to grind it to Mythic. Yeah, Hollow One's still in some dredge lists. I don't think it's in 100% of them, but I think it's in a fair amount. The second growth chamber, always the funnest growth chamber. I'm going to assume, based on how this hand's playing out, that they have lava coils plus we're killing phoenixes. And we're going to have to draw something pretty decent. Oh, well, if they just have infinite removal, maybe we don't have to worry too much about it. I think I'm going to try to get another removal spell out of their hand. Don't care a whole lot about the first growth chamber anyway. He was on the NRG coverage for their 5K a couple weeks ago. The one that Wyatt Darby top aided. I think it was a 5K. Could have been a 1K, but I believe it was a 5K. Hoogland was there, or Hoagland. I don't actually know how you pronounce his name. Jeff. I'll say Jeff. Ooh. Well, they killed our best friend. I'd rather play this than pump this. Mainly because this card can certainly overpower us, and I just want to get the game over with. Fair enough. Yeah, he did. He definitely had some drama this weekend. I missed almost all of it, though, because I was at a Magic tournament myself, and I didn't have access to Twitter. So I don't know everything that went on, but I know he definitely got some slack. Slack the right word? Caught some flack. Flack might be a better word. No. Well, we just win. I usually don't. I'm pretty addicted to my cell phone, but my cell phone died, and I forgot to take my power cord with me. So I was 100% out of the loop this week. Make sure I cast the right one. I don't know exactly all the drama, JJ. Like I said, I missed it and he deleted it, but it was something to do with trying to call out people that was invited to the invitational, and apparently the clips he shared were all from female streamers. And again, I'm getting this all second and third hand. I did not witness this myself, so I probably shouldn't even be talking about it. But I've saw it from enough sources now that I kind of trust it. That like he posted some things they had said negatively, and that they probably shouldn't have said, and some people took it at him being mean to females, I guess, or like non-male streamers. I don't know if they were females or whatever, but when he meant it just to be, well, he claims he meant it just to be against people who were saying some pretty crappy things, which I understand. I understand what he was trying to say. He probably just didn't go around it the right way. I don't think I care about the Lana World. Yeah, it was just bad timing, and it seemed like it was kind of poorly classed, possibly. Wonder if I'm ever supposed to just attack right here to get this point of damage in, since it's so easy. Oh, I clicked the wrong one again. Damn it! I meant to make this a 3-3. Damn it! I meant to make this a 3-3. If it turns out it being a 2-2's probably... Oh, wow, I'm starting to lag. It being a 2-2's probably better versus Drake's, but I wanted to make it a 3-3 just in case they were playing Team of Reclamation. I'm really good at drawing 2 Growth Chambers. Yeah, like I said, I don't know exactly, but... Overall, I like Jeff. I just don't like a lot of his hot takes. The opponent didn't F6, so I don't think I'm going to bother with this. I think I'm just going to deal the damage. If they want to kill something here, they can. I'm not worried about it. So I think they are on the Teamer Wreck deck. So it's going to end up, this being a 3-3 is going to end up punishing me probably. Because the Teamer Wreck, or not being a 3-3 is going to punish me. Because they run Fiery Cannonades in their main deck usually. Okay. Didn't get punished. But I do got to pay attention. That's now the second time I've messed up what I wanted to do with my riot. Hey Lane. I do think this deck's a little bit better than the mid-range version because it can get under some decks. For example, like we just got under the Nexus deck, even though they had a Wilderness. The big problem with this deck is it's mana based, which is the problem with a lot of these decks. The fact that we're running 8 1-mana green spells, yet we only have 11 green mana that comes into play untapped on turn 1, is like a pretty big downside to the deck. So like I don't think this deck is tier 1. It might not even be tier 2, but it's fun enough / good enough to make it playable in my eyes. Like I wouldn't take it to a Pro Tour, I wouldn't take it to a Grand Prix. I might would take it to a Star City event because you can lose like 3 or 4 rounds and still top 16. I wouldn't take it to like a RPTQ where you can lose only 1 round and do things, but like I do think it's fairly strong. I just don't think it's great. Anyway, back to sideboarding. Bring in basically everything I have that can beat a Reclamation. I generally take out the burn spells. If they sideboard in Biogenic Ooze, which some of the builds do, I'll bring back in some of the burn spells. But since not all of the builds have the Ooze, I generally take them all out. And I generally don't worry about Niv Mizzet either. Niv Mizzet costs 6 mana, and we have 4 ways that can kill it fairly easily. So I generally don't bring in Vivian just to try to finish it off, which could just be wrong. Yeah, this deck's not very good versus Blue-Green Nexus. Because Blue-Green Nexus just says, you get no more turns, we have fogs, etc, etc, etc. But it can beat the Reclamation, because the Reclamation has to get to 6 mana, they have to get to an that makes me sad. They have to untap, and do Niv Mizzet things. Or they have to have like multiple Reclamations and Explosion. I'm more apt to bring in Reclamations onto play than to draw. Like 5 mana onto draw versus a deck that has counter spells just seems like a lot of mana. Alright, so opponent's on something new that I did not expect whatsoever, and we're going to get destroyed this game. Like this game's pretty much 100% over. We can just scoop and go on to the next game, except I don't want them to see how I sideboarded. Yeah, I've definitely not saw this creature package before. But with the mana I sideboarded, there's nothing I can do to combat it. Oh, well, I don't know what the Hoogland deck or Hoagland deck is. I don't know what Jeff's deck is. I saw a Wilderness Reclamation game 1. We saw like a Sheevan Fire. I just assumed they were on the standard fare. I guess I'm never attacking here. I'm just playing this. Hoping they don't have the Sinister Sabotage. They do. Want, want, want. They definitely just caught me off guard as well. I guess I'm not blocking. Though I don't really know how I beat this. Yeah, I think what Scooter says is basically right. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and scoop this and move on to another game. I guess I'll bring in a couple of these. I'm not gonna bring in a lot of them. Because if they just don't draw that card, I don't want to get wrecked. Yeah, the Jade License stuff was pretty sweet, I thought. Alright, I'm gonna keep. Hand's good. Not gonna get blown out by a growth chamber. And we have aggressive enough threats. As long as they don't have like a Shivan Fire, maybe. Well, they don't have the fire. Oh, wow, we hit the 2-drop too. Definitely going to put the 1-1 counter on because, again, they typically play Fiery Cannonade. Wow, you've had a flu, JJ? That sucks. Do you get sick often in your line of work where you're around so many sick people? No, bring our friend back. Red Rover, send us on overlands. Wah, wah, wah. Hey, we got a land, though. I think Team of Reclamation is a very strong deck. Oof. That's a solid one. Guess I would rather save that one and just attack for 7. Like, I've done extraordinarily well in my game 1s with it, but I have struggled in my post-board games a fair amount. I think most of my struggles due to my errors with the deck, especially with sideboarding, or how my personal sideboard's been constructed. But my game 1s have been insane. A top fear when you're on the road. Wow, just twice in your 9 years of nursing. That's rather insane, friendo. That actually is rather insane. Guess it's better just to play this. Completely agree. I think Esper's okay versus the Teamer Wreck, or I don't even think it's good versus Teamer Wreck. The one good thing about being an Esper deck versus a Reclamation deck is you beat all the bad Reclamation players. Players that just throw spells out to like try to jam to turn 4 wilderness. They don't wait for their counter spells. They don't try to get 8 or 9 mana on you and then play spells. Like, just the people that like cast spells when they draw them. So the average Magic player, you beat every one of them, but you don't beat the good players. You don't beat the PVs of the world. You don't beat the Zap Gazes or whatever. You don't beat like Oliver. You probably don't even beat somebody like Murph. But you do beat the medium players very easily. By the way, we've had turn 1 untapped green source every game this tournament, I think. Yeah, you probably beat me. This is kind of neat that we keep having turn 1 thing. Yeah, you literally just durdle around and play cantrips. This gets 1/1 counters. Our friend attacks. Hey-ya. The fact that they can just throw out like value nexuses at the end of your turn is absurd as well. We have been gotten again. More 1/1s for the fam. Okay. Opponent doesn't want to play no more. Thief was the best card in Standard for about a week until people realized that they had to respect it. And as people have learned that they've had to respect it, it's got worse and worse and worse. I'm not calling it a bad card or anything, but just like it's just gotten so much worse because of the respect or whatever. I always find sideboarding with against this deck a little difficult because they have a lot of different avenues they can go. I don't even know what the last card I want to take out is. I want all my cards. Am I allowed to take out Llanowar Elves if I bring in Fiery Cannonades? Thief of Sanity is what we're talking about. Kinda just want to take out the Llanowar Elves. Let's try the old Llanowar Elf removal plan. How does that work, Llanowar Elf removal plan? Hey! Oh god, I'm not going to pronounce this right. But welcome from Podunk, Eastern Kentucky. How are you doing, Brazilian? Let's try to pronounce this. Inocdoto? Yeah. Thank you for the follow. I am absolutely sure I pronounced your name wrong. There is no chance whatsoever I got close to that. Hey, you're verified. Let's scoot this off to the... I guess I can't scoot it off to the side. It won't go anywhere. Verified. Alright. Pop you up on the other window. See what you play. Oh, you play Dota. That's kind of cool. I've never tried Dota myself, but I've heard lots of good things about it. I think Lars plays it some. Yeah, Magic's a sweet game. How long have you been trying to learn Magic and stuff? Or playing Magic? Guess I just want to play you. Might just want a 4/4 next turn. I've never tried Dota, though. How badly did I mispronounce your name? 3 months? Oh, you're relatively new then. Wah, wah, wah. That's not good in this spot. Down to 3 cards? Oh, wait. What? I like how I have my chat on screen, so whether or not I want people to be able to read what Murph said, they can read what Murph said. Oh, it's because you wrote that word. Got you. Oh, so you're playing what my opponent's playing. That's a strong deck. It's a strong deck for sure. Yes, you can play misprinted cards. Whatever, I'm just attacking. And hopefully getting to use this shock. Fun fact, like back in the early 90s, before like the internet was real popular and things like that, if you had a misprinted card, you could play it for how the misprint was written, because back then people didn't have set lists and stuff like that. They did not know they were misprinted. For example, let me see if I can find the most classic example of that. I apologize, opponent. I'm kind of just stalling here talking to people. Where's it at? Does this pop up? No, it's not big enough for people to see. Anybody who's watching me right now is probably really sad. Alright, I don't know if I can find one quick enough. Alright, I'm just going to shock this and play my Pelt Collector and pass my turn. What did George say? I missed what George said. It apparently has scrolled really far. We did not draw the card we were looking for. Dang it, I want to find the card. Oh, this is kind of cool. Seems to be none on eBay either. Maybe I'm just imagining this. Maybe this is one of these old school things that doesn't actually exist and I just think it does for some reason. Spoiler, things are going bad for me right now. I give up. I can't find what I'm looking for, and it makes me sad. Guess I should keep doing with reach, but I'm not going to. We're going to draw our land for our fiery cannonade, and everything's going to be gravy. Yeah, I apologize for everybody that I've kind of been ignoring right now, but unless I'm mistaken, Curse Scroll used to be misprinted. Ah, okay. I'm not wrong. I was just wrong about what country. Here we go. I'm not wrong. See, the Japanese version costs 2 to cast, and the American or the normal version is supposed to cast 3. But back in the day, before there was like spoilers out and stuff like that, if you had this version, you could actually pay it for that mana cost, which was obviously ridiculous. Well, things are going very bad here. I knew I wasn't wrong, but I was wrong. You know? One of those things. Let's see if you'd like to pay another 4. Want want. That was good. I kill you. Alright, well, we need to dodge a good spell. We did. Are we actually going to win this game? This is insane. How are we actually going to win this game? Guess I could have a negate, but I think I still just go for it, obviously. Because I can sack this and get a blocker back if we need to. I like how I just don't pay attention to the game the entire game. Alright, well, we've got our pity chest back. Yeah, Bed Devil's a card that's like pretty surely to go up. I wonder what the Planeswalkers are going to be. They're not going to be like the traditionally base templated ones, are we? I feel bad now because I feel like I've been ignoring Dodo, and I feel bad about it. Get a new user and immediately go on a rant about a misprint and ignore chat for 10 minutes. I apologize. They're blues typically for sideboard cards, like generally a couple of negates, sometimes Deputy of Detention, sometimes Stroke of Genius. Of course we don't know yet, George. I was just like talking speculation-wise. By the way, Ancho, Anchdodo. If you do like what you see here, I have streamed 610 days in a row. I stream almost exclusively standard, but I do dabble a little in all the formats. And I play a lot of Magic Online and some Arena. And there's a link below my stream to my YouTube channel where you can find tons and tons of decks being played and streams. But, you know, advertising 101. I'm pretty sure I've already ran him off. Or ran them off. Yeah, I was right. They're gone. They had enough of me. I just ignored them for 10 minutes. See? Bad streamer, bad. Hey, it's Venom. Venom beat me the last 2 times I played him. So, it is vengeance time. Yeah, already ran him off. How'd you guys know that quick? I didn't even know. Yeah, Venom's a solid player. I like Venom a pretty decent amount. Nice. We dodged the first hurdle. 1/1 counters, baby. Let's do this. Don't really care if they have like Wizard's Lightning plus Light Up the Flame. Really hope they don't have double Wizard's Lightning, though. They do have double Wizard's Lightning. That's not good for me. Stop killing my things, friend. You're supposed to be my pal. Go ahead and kill this, just in case they have a third Wizard's Lightning. I thought we had a stellar hand, but our hand was not good enough. Guess that means Wizard or Thingy's coming. Rip! Ooh! That one's a neat one. It's not very good in this match, but it's still a neat one. I'm guessing they have another Chain Whirler. Oh, it's just a Frenzy? They played the land first? Depends on how many 1-drops you have, I guess. It's not that bad. Well, assuming we can't beat Frenzy here. But who knows? Maybe they'll get unlucky. Well, they done the damage to me. Them doing the damage to me is actually sweet. They basically bricked on that draw step. I think we might steal this game. Depends on what they have. They got another. They played the land from over here, so that means the Frenzy has to be on top of their deck. Frenzy or Frenzy or Wizard's Lightning, I guess. It was in fact a Wizard's Lightning. That wasn't that hard of a read. I'm pretty sure we're just dead now. We're going to deal no damage this turn. I can't imagine Frenzy with 7 mana that will beat. Especially when we only have 4 power in play. 2 of which just dies to a Frenzy. Had to draw like a collision that turn to get there. They draw like Mountain, or like Frenzy, or like something ridiculous like that. We might have one more chance for another collision. Okay, we don't. We really don't. Attack you with everything. And deal no damage to you. My favorite. Yeah, I'm dead. Could have not attacked maybe and just held back blockers and tried to draw another burn spell. But I just think this would have killed me. Frenzy too strong. We will play first. We will not keep this hand. We will not keep this hand either. Rip 5-0 Dream. Alright. Magic will be played at least. If we draw land into like mono 4/4s, we'd be maybe okay. We did not draw our land. Because it's fun? Fun seems like a reason to do that. Land? Running lands. Let's do this. It's not really. It doesn't feel like it turned ones that much in Dominaria. Ah, they had that. Boo. And they hit a land. That's the maximum punish. I was hoping for one or two of those things to happen, not both. Oh, what a dagger. I certainly haven't. I tried to draft that format twice and couldn't get to turn one either time. I drafted every card in my pool that said draw extra cards and stuff. I guess I'll wait till them to show me something. A second light up the stage? Alright, well, we're certainly dead. I can trade this for this. I would just take 4 from these. It was a turn 1 almost every turn in the other format, though. Not sure what I could even do here. They have 3 Goblin Frenzies. I have no out. Boo. Boo. Oh well. Yeah, it was a strong draw. Thought we should have game 1, but maybe I've punted somewhere. Yeah, the draft queues are really slow. This is Manu's list, yes. It's a pretty decent list. It's what I grinded the Mythic with on Arena as well. No, it's Manu's. Let's see if I can pull up his Twitter. I don't know his last name off the top of my head, to be honest. Oh, it's just Manu S, I guess. His last name's not on it. This is his Twitter if anybody wants to follow it. He puts out really nice YouTube videos where he talks about his deck lists and stuff. He also streams. He streams in English, so. But yeah. It's a pretty solid deck. His YouTube videos are pretty informative as well. So give him a shout out for sure. Yeah, it's kind of like really, really, really odd that it works, especially if just 11 untapped green sources and 8 1-mana green spells. I think he was 14th last season, and I think he played almost entirely this deck. Yeah, Collision's sick. I wouldn't mind a third in the deck, but there's honestly not a lot to cut because I also wouldn't mind a third shock. So he got 14th with that list, and let's see if this is the list I got 16th with. So just basically aggressive decks with Collisions and Cinder Vines do really, really well on Arena. I have no idea where he's at this season. I've not really been getting to watch very many streams. I've had a really weird sleep schedule. 4 minutes in queue is not a very good sign. How many people are in the league? 332? That's a decent amount. 4 minutes is a pretty large amount of time. I think I'm just going to leave queue and rejoin. Maybe it's bugged. You've never cast it? You can splash it in your Drake's deck. I thought they'd done a really good job with this cycle of split cards. I think they're all pretty good in general. I really like how the Colossus side of this is just a big dude swinging a tree. Or carrying a tree. I prefer to think of him as swinging it, but. Yeah, I don't have very many trophies for sure. Can't keep this hand. Keep. I kind of want to keep it, but I'd rather guarantee that I hit my land. You probably play a lot more than me, Murph. I do not play except when I'm on stream. Period. If I play off stream, it's 100% Arena. So you have saw every single match I played. Well, Red Rover, send me on the land. But yeah, I've not done well this season, especially at the beginning of the season. I tanked like 1k play points at the beginning of this season very, very hard. I guess they have the Shivan Fire / Shock, whatever they have. They have something. If they're playing Terramander, they're probably just solid Drakes. Don't mind them using a Lava Coil. I'm missing a land drop though. That's. I'd appreciate you not having a second Lava Coil. Friend opponent. Sweet, we get at least one attack. I think both of mine are. I don't remember what they're even with though. Wonder if I can Google it. One of them was with Bant Hero. I know that. do not have any idea at all what the other one is. I don't think it got posted either, so I don't think I can look it up. It might have been Jody Keefe's deck. Yeah, it must have been Jody. It could have been Jody Keefe's deck. I don't know. So we're not winning this game. We're really too far behind to win at this point. Yeah, ban tokens was the one I remember. Or ban hero, whatever you want to call it. Tomb Simon's deck. That reminds me, Tomb Simon top 8 at the Modern Challenge, I think. I don't know what he was playing. I didn't look yet. Do like playing his deck, so. And it's not posted, so I guess I won't know. Can't block. Don't think they have it. Based on their play. What if I should have just played the Pelt Collector? I think there's a reasonable chance I should have just played the Pelt Collector. Oh, this card's neat. Oh, I should have played my Pelt Collector first. I'm missing 2 points of power on my Pelt Collector. I was so excited that I drew the best card in my deck that I forgot to play my other good card. The Bird Trigger? From the thing that's coming back, yes. Pelt Collectors when anything comes into play or dies. Yeah, I got so excited that I drew the best card in my deck that I forgot to go ahead and play this. And this would have got 2 power because this would have put 1 in play and when it leaves. Whoopsie. Draw casual best card in your deck, forget to use it properly. You know, my usual. Might bring in the Vivians on the draw or on the play, but I'm not going to bother on the draw. Spell Pierce and Dive Down. are very, very good cards. Can't keep this either. I've had to mulligan a lot these last couple games. Will keep this. Can't keep that, even though I want it. Well, it's hard to say. Like, you can't say that it shouldn't be in because we don't know what build they're playing, right? What if they're not playing a traditional list? What if they just have a few more black cards and just only got unlucky and only drew one black mana? I assume you're right though, but that's beside the point. I'm going to make a grand assumption that it shouldn't be in there. If I'm not willing to cast a Llanowar here, maybe the Llanowar shouldn't be in my deck. Even though I think it's very likely that they could have brought in a Cannonade. Well, I thought I was racing, which was why I wasn't bringing the Pale Collector in. I just wanted to get consistent 4/4s because it's hard for them to deal with. I have a very strong hand. But we have no pressure. And a lot of removal and no pressure generally doesn't win games. But you could be right, JJ. Could also sideboarded out some of these removal spells, like the Shocks and the Lightning Strikes. They're not great, but they're okay. A good chance I might bring one or two Vivians in on the draw. I kind of don't want to play this because it's our only answer to a Niv Mizzet. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. Tilt. Tilt. I just wasted a spell. Frustrating. At least this was a game I think I was likely to lose anyway. At least this was a game I was likely to lose anyway. Good card, please? It's actually a good card here. Imagine how much better shape I'd be in if they had no Crackling Drakes. We'd actually have a chance. Niv Mizzet! That's the game. It's almost entirely because of my play error. This was a winnable game had I not punted. So if I attack with them all, they block 2. 3's not enough. Alright, we're just dead, right? If they untap, we can't win. We would have won this game had I not punted. Yeah, they have 5 cards in hand. I just don't have an out. Maybe drawing exactly one more Lightning Strike would be an out. No, never mind. They have a Lava Coil. I have no out. Oh. Well, that was the 4-1 we punted with a misclick. Made the right play. We just clicked the wrong button. Don't think there's any solace in that, though. It's like the third or fourth misclick I've made this one league. Certainly not focused. It's a keep, but it's not a good hand. It gets significantly better if they play a Pteramander on one. If they have anything other than a Pteramander on one, it's not great. They did not have a Pteramander on one. Yeah, Spellbreaker time. I would like this hand except for the fact that I just assume Llanowar Elf's going to die. And when Llanowar Elf dies, we die. Like, the Lightning Strikes are kind of mulligans. The Lightning Strikes aren't very good. They would not be in my deck if I had better cards in my sideboard. Hey, Tandy, thank you for the host. Unfortunately, you just missed my giant punt. Just threw my 4-1 away. Threw my decent profit away. And now I'm so sad that I can't stand it. Whee! We cast all the spells in this chat. I just clicked the wrong side of Collision Colossus when I was trying to play it. Like a nummy. I gave a creature plus 4/2 that I was trying to deal 6 damage to. Guess I'm supposed to go ahead and just do this. Right on time, additional Llanowar Elf. Echo 5 Bravo used to teach hand-to-hand combat. If I had double red, this turn would be easier, but since I don't, get lit up, son. I think it is hand-to-hand combat, but I could be wrong. Ho, ho, ho. What is the right play? I don't know. What is the right play? They all seem bad. What is the right play? I'm gonna lose this game today. I guess I'm just gonna take it up. Maybe we'll find a red source. This isn't going well. We're gonna lose. That Enigma Drake's gonna run wild on me. Hey, don't kill my friends. Why would you kill my friends? Oh, because you want to kill Vivian? How dare you make sense? And draw more cards? My opponent's just cheating. I will not put up with this cheating. Yeah, we're not 100% dead. Collision could still steal this game, I think. I did not know that. As long as I've known you, JJ, you've never told me that. Wow. I had no idea. Their opponent's beating my brains in, and I don't appreciate it. beating my brains in. Oh, beating my brains in. Opponent, stop, drop, open up shop. Oh, cool, a mountain. Well, I'm dead. If I'm making the right assumption about my opponent's hand, I don't think I have an out. So, let's hope that I'm wrong. And hoo-wah. You take 3? Question mark. A lightning strike you. Do you have another? What? What? People love my singing. Yeah. To play around Spell Pierce or not, I think there's actually a real chance that opponent can just deal enough damage to kill me if I don't. I think there's a good chance they have a Spell Pierce, but I believe that they could probably get the 13 damage maybe fairly easily here. Like, all it takes is basically a shock and anything. That's 10. 11. One card. If it's a shock, we're dead. Yep, there's a shock. Like I said, I thought they could kill me if I didn't go for it. I wonder if I was supposed to not attack with the Llanowar Elf that turn? If I didn't attack with the Llanowar Elf, I could have played around to dive down? Maybe that's something I should have thought about? Because I hadn't played my land drop and I could have played my mountain. Ooh. Might be 10 cents. This is 12-4. Yeah, maybe I'm not supposed to attack with that Llanowar Elf. If I don't attack with that Llanowar Elf, though, like, I'm still not in good shape because all they do is use that shock here, and I'm left with one Llanowar Elf, and they're at 5 life. I think their draw on average might be better than ours because of the cantrips. There's also a chance that the turn I played the Vivian, I should have ticked down and tried to force a dive down. But I wanted them to attack the Vivians, why I didn't. And I was hoping we got something relevant. Instead, we just got a second red source, which, I mean, obviously was good. We needed it at the time, but... yeah, I could have played that last game wrong. I think that I was too focused on the misclick with our collision. Anyway, thanks for coming out. It was fun. I'm going to hop off here and find some food. I'll probably stream this deck whenever I log back on. And I'll probably log back on the next hour or two. Actually, probably after I eat, I'll probably log back on, try it again. But anyway, thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. Thank you for the host, Andy. Unfortunately, we're upon an end. But see you, everyone.